I'll be the first one to reject.
I'll beat you to it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I know my brothers and sisters ain't that way, but I know I'm that way. I'm a professional rejecter.
That's going down the rabbit hole, in Alice in Wonderland. We just went down the sewer line.
So you can understand what Mama's saying. Look, my children, you have a problem carrying God's will out because of the neon sign. Well, rejection.
I mean, if you're so full of rejection and hate and fear and hurt, you got no room for love. Rejection does not discriminate. Woo-hoo!
You know what? I find that not only do I reject humans, but also reject nature. If it doesn't go my way, it doesn't do, especially my dog or my cat, they're going to pay for it.
Or, you may have cursed the weather or the pollen or whatever it is that is on the earth that God has created, and you've cursed it with your tongue. You're rejecting it.
Or you're having a party or something outside, especially out here. We don't know when the wind is going to blow. So we've had 20-mile-an-hour wind and even more than that for 3 days in a row, 3 days and 3 nights. And so everything's dry. So you just water it and it dries up. So it's like when you're used to rejecting, because rejection has the basis sometimes of not getting my way. It's not all the time, but a lot of time it's that. And so, yes, you reject nature. All right.
Which can cause you, I think, physical illness.
Absolutely.
I think it does. I don't think we're aware, but I think it does. Oh, okay. Rejection rejects not only the one that rejected you, but also the one that you think might reject.
You're perceiving.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm. So you're already anticipating, here comes the problem.
And that's what a rejecting person does. I'll be the first one to reject.
I'll beat you to it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I know my brothers and sisters ain't that way, but I know I'm that way. I'm a professional rejecter.
That's going down the rabbit hole, in Alice in Wonderland. We just went down the sewer line.
So you can understand what Mama's saying. Look, my children, you have a problem carrying God's will out because of the neon sign.
Well,
Rejection.
I mean, if you're so full of rejection and hate and fear and hurt, you got no room for love. You got no room for peace. You got no room for all these things that we put on as the armor of God. You don't have room for that.
I find out that in my area of rejection, I find out that it's very hard to love somebody because as soon as I find somebody with clothes and everything, and that rejection, I'm always looking to the place they're going to reject me, so I'm on guard.
Right. Well,
I don't know if y'all are guys like that. I'm on guard. Oh, see, there it goes. He hurt me or she hurt me like everybody else.
I knew it was coming.
Yeah, and that does not allow you to love the way God calls you to. It allows you to what? Make a judgment. But remember, mercy overrides judgment.
Praise God. Thanks be to God for His mercy.
I guess I'm the only one who has that problem.
Oh, God, it's just you.
Thank you, Lord. Thank you that the Lord came for just me because I have a problem.
It reminds me, and I probably have shared this with y'all, that in my testimony about my independent spirit, which is a toughie to fight because I've been in it so long. My basic premise is if there's a man come into my life, I can't trust him because men treat women like objects instead of people. And so, again, there was my rejection, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I am waiting for the other shoe to drop. When Howard came along, I thought, I'm in trouble because I like this guy, and what am I going to do? I'm falling for this guy, and he is a man. He is going to have a problem sometime down the road, and he's going to do it. He's going to reject me. He's going to treat me like a thing. It's going to happen. And so I already had it in my head. So that's that. I could make that come fast, or Satan could, right? He could use those thoughts. And so instead of living the life of God, I was really living the life of self and the life that Satan wanted me to live in fear. And I was just waiting for it. So, you can live a life that you're just all plugged up with all this nonsense instead of being able to flow through with God's love. And when you start to be able to let it go and not be afraid, because God's going to have He's going to have your rear guard. He's going to have your front. He's going to have everything for you. When you let go of all these fears and hurts, and I'm not saying that's an easy thing. I still struggle with it. It's a freer way of living, but it is a more
maybe
vulnerable.
you can take it to the cross and embrace the cross in that area.
Embrace the cross.
And offer that as a redemption for women who have that problem.
Yeah, that's good.
That's how you get healed.
That's good. I had a wonderful prayer experience where the Lord brought me each of the men that caused me a deep problem in that way. And that was powerful. Mm-hmm. That's as far as I've gotten so far, ladies. But this is an awesome suggestion, is taking that and embracing the cross and offering that. Because how many women, oh my gosh, I've had this same experience.
I believe, you can confess that and God forgives you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right. But to be healed from that is to go to the cross.
Yeah.
Now, let's look at, we talk about rejection. Why is it so hard to do God's will when you're in rejection? Well, let's look at it. Unfortunately, rejection carries the fruits of the flesh. Mm-hmm. And when you carry the fruits of the flesh, it is very hard to do God's will in that area. And you look at it. Well, rejection has the fruit of jealousy. Rejection has the fruit of greed. Rejection has the fruit of unkindness. Rejection has the fruit of accusation. You accuse people, all right? Mm-hmm. And look at all the fruits. Rejection has also a mean spirit, all right?
Selfishness.
Yes, it's selfishness. So you look, it's got all the fruits of the flesh. And all that is to protect yourself. Now, what does that mean? That means it also has the main fruit of idolatry, because you're using that to protect yourself instead of the Lord. So you yourself are becoming a God. You protect yourself because what? You mistrust the other fruit. And when the Lord asks you, trust in me, trust in my love. Now think about it. How many people have told you they love you, but you do not trust that? And you know what? There's nothing that could overcome your rejection except Christ. So no matter how many people tell you they love you, no matter what they do and how often do it and how kind they are, you're still waiting to get rejected. And so Christ is the only one, when you give it to him, that he can come and heal you so you can receive the fullness of love that he has for you. But again, trust in the Lord. Lord, are you waiting? Once the Lord tells you you're mine, but then you're also waiting for who's going to reject me. Is the Lord going to reject me? Look, I didn't do right. I sinned. I did this. So now God is going to reject me. He's not going to reject you. But there's a trust. Anyhow, let's go on.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, that's good. You reject the one that does not agree with you.
I don't know who has that problem.
Nobody. Yeah. Uh-uh.
I don't only reject them, they're dead to me.
Cross them off my
See that murder, right? Anger, and you commit murder, they're dead. All right.
Rejection is an entity of fear. Fear that if you are rejected, God also will reject you. That's what you were talking about.
Yeah. And what is the 1 John tells us? What gets rid of fear?
Perfect love.
Perfect love.
Yeah.
But how can you have perfect love when you fear the Lord? First of all, you fear, what is he going to ask me to do? Just like he wants me to go ask forgiveness for the person I'm angry. And even though they have violated me, they did this, I still go to ask forgiveness.
It's self-protection.
Yeah, self-protection.
And that fear of punishment,
yeah.
right? You know?
Yeah, and some people, unfortunately, for self-protection, go to the dark side, the satanic things.
Right. Yeah, couldn't get us.
They go to the very devil that causes rejection. You know, it's kind of like I had a cat. I got cat. My wife's got cat. I got cats. But he caught a little mice, and so he was playing with him. He brought it in the house, showing us what he was playing with the mice. He'd throw it and things like that, and licked it a little bit and all that. Well, guess what? The cat would move away from the mouse, or whatever you want to call it, and the mouse would run back to the cat. And then the cat would throw him, hit him like that, and the cat would move this way, and the mouse would run back to the cat. After the cat was tired of that, he's like, quack. And that is the same nature when we're rejected, and that we run back to the person, the demon that caused the rejection.
That's an enslavement, huh?
Yes.
Yeah, something is gonna be our master.
Yeah.
And we can choose it, or it can choose us.
Like we have, we have people that come and stay with us for a while, and then they leave. And I say, they couldn't stand it. They heard the call of the wild. They heard the wolf howling, and they answered to that howling. They answered to go back to the former way of life, of rejection, adultery, fornication, whatever it was, stealing, lying. They went back because they heard the call of the wild. They had not yet asked the Lord, transform my heart, Lord. Because and they didn't wait on God to transform their heart. Patience. Anyway, rejection.
You
Let's
have to have a
continue.
desire too to have that heart transformed.
Yeah.
And sometimes that's something to pray for.
Well, we got to wait on God doing it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, other people are saying, what's up with that? Transform it right now. All right.